It's as if pain has the inevitable knack of picking on us. It won't just let us be. But then again, given the choice between pain and nothing, what would you choose? Have me know. Today's guest, Ruth Makena, knew exactly how to turn that pain into a gift, not only for herself, but many others. Want to find out what that exactly is? You just have to stick around. This is the Wiser Embrace Show, your woman show. We get to engage woman to woman. We relive the happy moments. We get to celebrate the experiences that just reveal the qualities of who we have always been all along. Welcome. And again, I say welcome. How are you? It's so good to see you again today. And if you haven't already, kindly, before we get to the guest, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ruth, most welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes.
The pleasure is equally shared. So if you were to introduce yourself in the fewest words, who would you say Ruth is?
I'd say my name is Ruth Makena Mugaa.
Okay.
I retaliate your comments. I'm an advocate of the High Court.
Okay.
And the CEO founder Gigantomastia Foundation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you at least for a bit allow us to take a peek into these hats that you wear, just briefly?
Yes. I wear the hat of an advocate.
Okay.
But I don't practice law.
Oh, okay.
I wear the hat of a doctor.
Okay.
As people would call me a doctor.
All right.
Because I help women who suffer from gigantomastia.
Okay.
And I also wear the hat of a counselor and a guider.
Okay.
Because most of these patients who come to me
Okay.
are seeking for help and they're seeking for counsel and for a shoulder to lean on.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this doctor is not a professional medical doctor, but it's the doctor we have gracefully given you
Yes.
the hat.
It's a doctor through passion.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Nothing can beat passion anyway.
Yes.
So there is a Ruth
Yes.
that has begun from childhood to this moment right here.
Yes.
So in just a brief of the short stories,
Yes.
bring us back to this moment.
As you said,
Yes.
there's this small Ruth.
Yes.
And there's
This Ruth,
Ruth.
yes.
So I'll start with a small Ruth.
Okay.
I was born in 1986,
Okay.
September 27.
Okay.
And I come from a family of 4.
Okay.
And I'm the last born.
Oh, okay.
And
the
I thank
baby.
God my parents are still alive.
Oh, wow.
And I went to nursery school in St. Michael's.
Okay.
Chubby and brown.
As you are today.
Yes. With a personality to die for.
Okay.
Yes.
Amazing.
Then fast forward, I went to primary school just near the hood.
Okay.
I excelled in my KCP and I was admitted at St. George's High School.
Okay.
After St. George's High School, I went to Catholic University
Okay.
where I pursued my Bachelor of Laws degree.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So after my Bachelor of Laws, I went to Kenya School of Law.
Okay.
And that is when I was sworn into the bar as an advocate of the High Court.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to go ahead of myself, but you mentioned
Yes.
that you don't practice law. Is there any specific reason for that?
There's no specific reason. It's just that I took a different route. Like
Okay.
the space I'm in is like I'm over the moon.
Okay.
It gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Okay.
It gives me a lot of joy.
Yes.
Though there are moments when I cry about what I do and the moments I laugh about all that I have done.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I've read your story.
Yes.
I've also, like gone through your Facebook page, and I know there's something you do. But
Yes.
there's also this condition, allow me
Yes.
to call it like
Yes.
that you
Yes.
went through.
Yes.
That I believe is the course you are on right now.
Exactly.
Yes, for someone who's watching you for the first time, they haven't heard the story of Ruth.
Yes.
Please have the pleasure of telling it to us.
I was diagnosed with Gigantomastia.
Yes, please get your pen and paper. There's got to be a lot of terms here.
I was diagnosed with Gigantomastia in the year 2011.
Okay.
And to be precise, I had my surgery on the 16th of February 2011. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Okay.
And how I got to know that I have Gigantomastia.
Okay, allow me to cut you short.
Yes.
For someone who doesn't know what Gigantomastia is, would you
I will
describe what the condition
I
is?
will get there.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with Gigantomastia when
Okay.
I had recurring shoulder dislocations.
Okay.
So the orthopedic surgeon, Professor Mulimba, was fixing my shoulder.
Okay.
And that is when he realized that the size of my breast is abnormal.
Okay.
So Gigantomastia is excessive abnormal breast growth on a woman, which comprises of 3% of your body weight.
Wow.
You can imagine.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yes. So when he was fixing my shoulder,
Yes.
he realized that my shoulder is dislocating because of the size of my breasts.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you're popping your shoulder because you have very, very big breasts?
Yeah.
Yes. So I remember my surgery was done in December 2010.
Okay.
And in February 2011, he
Yes.
referred me to the plastic surgeon.
Okay.
So I walked with the mom to the clinic and I saw Professor Stanley Hainga.
Okay.
And actually, when I walked into Professor's office, he laughed and he was like, "Oh, so you're this young girl dislocating shoulders because of huge breasts."
Yeah.
So, it got me off guard, like, oh, is that something to laugh about or is that something to worry about?
Yes.
Upon examination, he
Yes.
was like, oh, yes, you need to go in for a breast reduction surgery. So Gigantomastia is
Yeah.
corrected through a breast reduction surgery.
Okay.
So I went into hospital and my surgery was done locally.
Okay.
It was done at the Nairobi South Hospital.
Okay.
So you can imagine I'd come from a surgery in December and here I am. This surgery has to be done as soon as possible so that as my shoulder is paying,
Yes.
is healing,
Yes.
like the breast weight is no longer there.
Yeah.
So
Contributing to the dislocation.
Contributing to the dislocation.
Yes.
I have like a horror story of my shoulder dislocations like when I was in high school.
Okay.
So there's a time I was even asleep and I was just turning, you see like the way you're turning,
Yes.
and my shoulder dislocated.
Oh no.
It's unfortunate, like even when I went to hospital, nobody could associate my shoulder dislocation with the size of my breast.
Yes.
So I had my surgery done at the Nairobi South Hospital.
Okay.
And I had a total of 7.3 kilos removed off my chest.
What?
7.3 kilos.
Okay.
So
Yes,
3.9
that is
on the
quite
right
a weight.
and 3.4 on the left.
Okay.
So fast forward, I had my surgery, which was very successful. I healed very well. I went back to Kenya School of Law.
Okay.
I continued with my studies. I worked for a bank. And there's one day I was featured in a magazine.
Yes.
And I was serving a lady by the teller, and I'll never forget this day. And she walked up to me and she was like, hey, I thought I read about you in some magazine. I was like, yes, that's me.
Yes.
So she took my number.
Okay.
And in the evening we got to chat and she was like, I've been suffering from this issue for a very long time.
Oh.
So I spoke to her, I even referred her to the surgeon who did my surgery, and she had her surgery done.
Yes.
And then again, when I was in the bank, somebody else still came to the teller and asked me the same question. So it became like it's a sequence of women coming to my counter to ask or to confirm that I'm the same person.
Yeah.
So that is when I had an aha moment. I was like, hey, there's this condition that I have undergone, and so many women don't know it's a condition that can be rectified.
Yeah.
And the most unfortunate bit is that insurance don't come on board to pay for it.
No.
Because they categorize it as cosmetic surgery. But look at the flip side.
Yeah, I know.
I'm here dislocating my shoulder.
I know.
I have terrible back pains. Getting up is a nightmare. My shoulder is aching. I'm having headaches. I'm having neck pains. I can't even dress to my specification.
Yeah.
The stigma that is coming associated with this condition.
Exactly.
The nicknames, you tell me about it.
I know.
You're walking there. Oh, there's Freshian. There's Wamatuzo. There's Wamanyonyo. It really gets into somebody. And I can say when you have Gigantomastia,
Yeah.
if you are not strong for yourself,
Yeah.
you're in for it.
I know.
And I can tell you for a fact, I developed a very strong defense mechanism.
Okay.
Because you could ask me a question in regards to my breast, and I'd look at you like, are you the one who's carrying them? Or
Yes.
is there a time I've come to your house to borrow your clothes for me to wear?
Yeah.
You know, your answers would be by your fingertips.
Yes.
So that is when, after very many women kept on approaching, I was like, I think it's high time there was a voice for this.
Yes.
So I went and I spoke to a couple of surgeons who helped me have the surgery done.
Yeah.
And that is when I hit the road running.
Okay.
A lot of awareness, talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say now, wherever we are, I've done like close to 180 surgeries in 5 years.
Wow. Wow.
And I'd also want to touch on the stigmatization that comes with gigantomastia.
I was going to that, yes.
Yes, because you can find that you find a young girl is being told you're sleeping around with men. That is why you have
Exactly.
big
That's
boobs.
why your
Yes,
breasts
you're
are just...
aborting children.
I know.
You've known men early, you know? And the worst bit is that some families don't take this into serious consideration.
Yes, yes.
They come and tell you, oh, your grandma was like that, you'll be fine. Oh, when you give birth,
Yeah.
you'll breastfeed, and this...
It will go back to its normal
you know.
size. Yeah.
And you can find some ladies have really suffered from gigantomastia to an extent. They're so introverted. They don't want to sit outside. They don't want to be outside. It is
Yes.
probably school, home.
Yeah.
You know, it even gets to a point where you find ladies and girls going into a depression. Like, why am I like this?
Yes.
Others even become suicidal, you know.
Yes.
That is the depth of gigantomastia.
Okay.
You can find that a woman has this gigantomastia, a young girl.
Yeah.
You find she's been sold off because you've gotten to, you can get married. I mean, because early manifestation of this breast is like, oh yeah,
She's ready.
she's ready, man. Yeah. Just bring the dowry, you can have the girl.
Yeah.
Which is not supposed to be the case.
Yeah.
You can even find it trickles down to domestic violence.
Yeah.
You have you're with the husband in the house. You can't bend, you can't do anything, and he's there. He's like, look at this lazy woman in the house, and he cannot
You will
understand
just
that.
pass for a lazy person.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're just lazy. He cannot understand the fact that there's a load here that, as much as what I'd want to do, what I can't, I cannot. We even have relatives.
Yes.
Aunties, when they sit and they start backbiting, it is the worst thing.
Yeah.
As a family that is sworn in as is knitted as a unit, you're supposed to hold each other's hands.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine these are young girls. These are even the parents who come there when they go for sports day. You see that now when the parents are running, you find that my mom couldn't run because her breasts are all over the place and she can't tell a young child.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the following day on Monday when kids are like, hey, my dad warned you, my mom warned you. You're like, the people like, you, why didn't your mom run? And you know, this kid doesn't know. And when this child comes back home and asks you, hey, mom, by the way, why didn't you participate on sports day? You know, because the ambience in school the following day was how my parents participated in the race, how my parents, and you know, you can't start telling a young child that I can't start doing certain things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be the exact opposite of it. You're supposed to be their strength.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I'm asking you, did any of your family member battle this condition before? Or this is my way of asking, does anything predispose you to this, or just can happen on anybody?
I have a sister. She didn't have a bust like mine. My mom was okay. And my bust size shot. It shot so fast from a 34C to a 40 GG, 42 GG.
Yeah.
So by the time I'm going to see the doctor, and he's like, what have you people been waiting for?
I know.
It's just because my mom didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know about it. Had I known it earlier, like the way people are discovering it now, something would have been done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this growth, is it like, does it happen like that, or it's just successive? Or?
Sometimes it happens gradually, and sometimes it just happens so rapidly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a condition for men too, or just?
Yes, there are men who suffer from it, and it's called Gigantomastia.
Yeah.
You can find a man has breasts.
Yes.
And you can find guys saying, well, this guy has boobs. And this guy is suffering psychologically. You can imagine a man who can't even wear a shirt.
Yeah.
This man can't even go for swimming. You know, it gets to their head. And you know, for a man, it's worse.
It is.
You know,
worse.
Women, we have a lot of shock absorbers. You can adjust to things.
We tend to replace that with our tongue. You don't get to us, we'll get to use this on you.
Yes, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So men also suffer from gynecomastia.
Okay.
And you see, the worst bit is that men don't like coming out to talk about it. Like, you see, like a woman,
Yeah.
you'd see whatever is in my page and you would go straight into the inbox. How
Yes,
can I
and
get
get
this?
this.
How can I do this? Where can I get this? When can I? But on the contrary, for men, it takes a lot of courage for them to come out and talk about it.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's because of the conditioning that we have
Exactly.
had growing up.
Yes.
You mentioned at this point where you had your surgery was you were in university.
Yes.
So
I just finished university. Now I was just getting into law school.
you're getting into law school.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that affect you, like psychologically? Of course, other than the defense mechanism,
Actually,
which does not work in the long run
Right,
anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd say that it really didn't affect me because personally I'm a very bubbly person.
Okay.
I'm there, I'm outgoing.
Yeah.
It didn't, like, I can't say it really affected me because even at home, my environment was just a conducive environment.
Okay.
Nobody was calling me those names.
Okay.
Nobody, you know.
Okay.
So it's like I accepted myself the way I was. Like,
Okay.
I'll be honest, it never really got to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But after I had my surgery, I was
Yes.
like, wait a minute. So you mean that this thing can change my life 360 degrees? I became more confident.
Okay.
My outgoingness was out of this world. My personality,
Yeah.
that never changed.
Yeah.
And, you know, like even dressing up, you know, you get, it's like it was a new lease of life.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I also saw the condition before. I just didn't know what it was.
Yes.
In primary school, we had this teacher who had,
Very
you know,
big
you
waist.
could tell something is out of place,
Yes.
but didn't know exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish she knew back then. 'Cause
Yes.
Right now,
And
I
you can
think
imagine you
it's
girls,
just-
you kids, you just look like,
Yeah, because we were, you know,
Young
in lower
kids,
primary,
yes.
and
And
this
there was
teacher,
there's
yeah.
something I also want to touch about.
Yes.
You see, like even this condition can even manifest very early, like in primary.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And you see the way I was reading a story whereby there's this primary school teacher who really looked down on a girl because she had just started her menses.
Okay.
And do you remember that story? And that girl killed herself
Yeah.
because of the unkindness of a teacher who'd even say is a mother. So you can imagine, I remember me in class 7,
Yeah.
my class teacher was like, you have very big breasts. Go and tell your mother to buy you boob tops because they become so big.
And this they are saying in front of the class?
She's saying in front of the class. So you can imagine how you're feeling like, can't you just call me aside and talk to me and correct me, and or not even correct me, advise, guide me
Yes.
in the right way with a lot of love.
Yes.
And you'll find this is what young kids are going through in primary.
Yes.
Even in secondary, you can find girls have this gigantomastia. They can't even shower with the rest, or they have to wait. Especially
Yeah.
this mass showering,
I
like
know.
when girls have to go and shower in mass.
Yes.
It's very embarrassing.
Yes.
It affects one very psychologically.
I know.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there a reverse of the same condition?
Like having very small breasts.
Yes.
How does that affect your esteem? How does
No,
it affect
not necessarily
Yes.
on the esteem side,
Yes.
but could it be looked at as a problem?
Okay, but I wouldn't say I'd look at it as a problem because is it affecting your health? Is it life-threatening?
Okay.
Is you having small boobs like lowering your self-esteem? You know, is you having small boobs having you being name called?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
For me, I wouldn't even look at it that way.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, because if you were to ask me today, if you were to be asked again, if you were to have a breast reduction, I would do it over and over and over again.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so are you done with the reduction? You're good where you are?
I'm good.
Okay.
It's a one-time thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
And I'm so excited to know that you didn't have to fly out there, that
Yes,
your correction
it
was done right here.
right locally. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I celebrate the competence
Yes.
in
Then
our
we
place.
have very competent doctors with excellent results.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
That is so fantastic.
Yes.
So, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm
Oh.
not.
Now, I know you have a foundation.
Yes.
This is why you have this foundation and you reach out to people.
Exactly.
And you've had 100 and something
surgeries.
Yes.
And still ongoing.
Yes.
Yes.
So do these surgeries happen there, or yours is to bring them together, then the doctors come do their magic?
Yes. There are very many tiers.
Okay.
We used to go out of the county, out of Nairobi counties to reach out to very many other patients.
Okay.
But unfortunately, with Corona, we've had to
Yeah.
like really stay close to home.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're going to get out there. And bear in mind, this is an elective surgery.
Yes.
So what we do, I have the core of Gigantomastia
Yeah.
is to mobilize, is to have a strict and a very vigorous awareness campaign.
Okay.
Because it has not been given a lot of attention like the way you're giving cancer attention.
I know.
Fistula is the order of the day.
I know.
You understand? I feel like Gigantomastia, in fact, should be in the calendar, like when we have breast awareness,
Oh yeah.
we are having a
All
Gigantomastia
these
day.
issues. Yeah.
It is being addressed.
Yes.
So mine is a vigorous campaign.
Okay.
And I'm glad that so many people have come out, so many ladies have come out to be
Wow.
assisted. Probably it's not through my foundation,
Yeah.
but you have gotten that help and you've gotten
Yes.
that idea and the education that
Yes.
this is a condition,
Yes.
it's treatable,
Yes.
and there's help out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So the way you're asking about us, yes, I get the teams to
Okay.
come and work on these patients because it's plastic surgeons who are best
Okay.
skilled to do this surgery.
Okay.
Yes, and it's a lengthy surgery, 3 to 4 hours.
Wow.
Yes, so you can
that's
imagine
understandable.
somebody on his feet, like reconstructing the breast to make it desirable,
Yes.
to improve your sheer appearance. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I tell you it's a whole 360-degree
Degrees done.
turnover.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is it like for you after you've brought someone and you see life bounce in them again?
Oh, it's indescribable.
Okay.
Yes, I like an adjective.
Wow.
Yes.
So that is like your salary. You just that's
That
it
is
for you.
it. Like there's this patient we did her surgery. She was 13.
Oh no.
13. She
Oh,
was in
God.
thick, I remember.
Okay.
And I got the girl, she had just finished class 8. And we went to Kiambu, and that time His Excellency Kabogo was the governor. And when he saw this girl, he
Yeah.
was like, you mean there are such things that exist?
Yeah.
We did the surgery for the young girl, and he educated her. You can imagine, this is a girl who had lost all hope.
I mean, she's just hitting
She's
puberty.
just hitting puberty, but you cannot explain her breast growth.
Okay.
So after we did this, you can imagine, my dear,
Yeah.
what was the first thing that came into my mind when this girl is waking up and she's like, Makena, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, goosebumps.
It moves me to
Yeah.
tears. Sometimes it honestly moves me to tears.
Yeah.
Just that I have to be strong for them. If
Yeah.
I'm not strong for them, who's going to be strong for them?
Yes.
There's this 13-year-old girl from Kilifi.
Okay.
We also went, and she had dropped out of school. The brother had even gone to witch doctors because
Oh, no.
people have associated it
With curses and
yes,
witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Yeah.
So there's sometimes even when I'm that side, I pass by and I say hi to her. She's like, oh, Makena,
Wow.
I've missed you. Where have you been? You know, it brings me to tears. Like, did I just do this?
Yes.
But it's just by the grace of God
Yeah.
that we're able to do these things and change. I believe it's the small things in life that matter.
That really do
It-
count.
That really do count. Yes. It's not the materialistic things.
No.
There's another 13-year-old from Kakamega, same story.
Okay.
There are other patients when they just wake up, when they're waking up from theatre. Sometimes I even avoid being inside there because
You just
it gets so emotional.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Makena, God bless you. Makena, thank you. You understand?
Oh wow.
So sometimes I feel like if I stay in there, I'll break down.
Okay.
But it's not something bad. It's just because sometimes somebody was telling me, Makena, you don't know the impact you have to these women, to these girls. You
Even
don't
if
know-
it was just one.
even if it was
Yeah.
just one.
Yeah.
There's sometimes I just look back and I'm like, oh God.
I know.
There's sometimes even they WhatsApp you or they send you a text and I tell you I break into tears. Like, it's unbelievable.
Okay.
Yes.
So, anybody suffering the condition,
Yes.
how much money do I need to have for
It
this
depends.
surgery?
There are very many tears. There are very many
So
tears.
it depends with the condition.
It depends on your surgeon. It depends on the hospital you want to go to.
Okay. Now
Yes.
I'm speaking like I am in your foundation right now.
when you're in my foundation, it matters.
Okay.
There are very
That's-
many tiers. So we deal on a case-to-case basis.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you see the small kids where they don't even have bus fare to go to the hospital.
I know.
And you can see when I had my surgery done, I was given a bill of 500,000. This is somebody in Mashinani who doesn't even have, who's living below the poverty line.
Yes.
Even by the time you're getting 1,000 bob, it's like a miracle.
I know. I know.
That is when you mobilize the county governments and people who can come in well wishes to come and assist.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We deal on a case-to-case basis.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is even someone who doesn't know even the name of the condition. If They
Yes.
just know, I just have weird breasts.
Yes, and the signs and symptoms to look out for when you have gigantomastia is excessively big breast,
Okay.
backaches. The major symptom is actually backaches. When your breast strap is digging into your shoulders,
Okay.
you're getting neck pains, shoulder pains, the fatigue. You can only imagine. Sometimes even your breathing is impaired because of the weight on your chest.
Yeah.
It gets to a point you even find that your breasts are having wounds because they are so big, the blood supply is compromised. It's just a sad affair.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right at this point, we're going to take a very quick break, after which we'll be back with more of Makena's story. So don't you go far, because we'll be back just like that. And welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are most welcome. Today we are privileged to have hosted Ruth Makena, who is the founder of Gigantomastia Foundation and who has also survived that condition. So Ruth, you were touching on how do I identify I have this condition?
Yes.
You
So, as I was saying,
Yes.
that you have excessively big breasts,
Yes.
very abnormally big breasts.
Okay.
You're getting the back pains, you're
Yes.
getting the shoulder pains, your bra is digging into your shoulder.
Yes.
You're having neck pain, sometimes you have unexplainable headaches. You're so fatigued.
Okay.
It comes to an extent when these breasts are so big, you even have the ulcerations, the wounds around the breasts
Okay.
because of lack of blood supply. Some others even lose their nipple sensitivity
Okay.
because these breasts are too big.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you have being familiar with the condition. When was this? I wouldn't say discovered, but when was it like put into correct context?
That
This is gigantomastia, and
if you look into Google or Wikipedia, I
Yeah.
was seeing the first gigantomastia
yeah.
case was done in 1922.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the first surgery.
That's the first surgery when I was reading, like when I was doing some research.
Yeah.
It trickles back down to 1922.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
that was the first successive surgery.
Yeah, breast reduction mammoplasty.
Okay.
Yes.
So, how does one begin to get out? Like, especially, I want you to especially talk to our men, because our men are really suffering, and they are suffering with their being macho, and we need them alive and around.
But you see, my
yeah.
dear,
Yeah.
the wearer of the shoe is the one who knows how much it pinches.
Yeah.
Or the wearer of the shoe knows, hey, kiatu palimefika now, I can't take it.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same way I cannot approach a woman who I believe or thinks has gigantomastia.
Yeah.
And I start telling her, by the way, madam, hey, uko na kaugonjwa. You never know the reaction that you will get.
Yeah.
It has to come from you.
Yes.
It has to come from you, and you have to accept that there is a problem.
Yes.
And just reach out for the help. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I knew you had gynecomastia and test. For how long will people talk?
Yeah.
And I want to start warning people.
Yeah.
Stop talking about things you don't know.
Exactly.
Stop indulging in conversations that you
You have
hardly
no
know.
idea about.
It's the same way I can hear patients coming and telling me, oh, my friend told me not to do the reduction. Has your friend undergone that reduction?
Yeah.
Does your friend know how that shoe is pinching you?
Yes.
Does your friend know that you're always at a chiropractor's? I just want, women with a tendency of talking. I know that this is a woman's show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be a bit bitter.
Okay.
Women have a tendency of mamas and talking about things they hardly know.
Yes.
You see, that's the same way I normally tell somebody, I
Yeah.
cannot advise you on childbirth because I have not given you birth.
Yeah.
But come and ask me about a reduction mammoplasty, I will tell you to the letter.
Yes.
Sometimes I tell people, mind your own business.
Yeah.
That's the cheapest thing you could ever do.
Yes.
Please mind your own business.
Yeah.
If I've come to share a problem, either tell me I'm not able to, or there's this source I know, or encourage me to do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Not shunning me.
Yes.
Like I've even had people who, after they've had their surgery, they go like, oh, my friend was not happy with me doing it. I mean, they do that for me.
Okay.
Oh, your friend was not happy. Were you doing it for your friends?
Yeah.
I believe that a breast reduction is a very personal decision.
Yeah.
By the time you're paying for consultation, or by the time you have made that decision that you're having that surgery done,
Yeah.
is because you know what you have gone through. I normally tell some patients, if people don't talk, some of them can become sick.
Yes.
Be prepared for people to talk positively or
Or
negatively.
You just can't
But
stop
yes,
them anyway.
You can't stop anybody. But at the end of the day, look at yourself in the mirror
Yeah.
and tell yourself,
Yeah.
I'm wonderfully
Yeah.
and fearfully made.
Okay.
And I also tell patients who come with this notion of, why are you changing God's creation? Why are you making it smaller? God didn't know what he was doing. My question is, why did God give that surgeon the knowledge to know that this is a condition and this is how it can be rectified?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like asking someone, it's like asking God, why did you put snakes on earth and you know they're dangerous?
Thank you very much.
You know?
Yes. But it's how you know how to coexist with these snakes. You cannot take yourself to where the snakes are.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
But you'll take yourself to a theater room where you know you're going to improve your health.
Yeah.
You're going to improve your sheer appearance.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially for women, you know, it really means a lot.
It means a whole lot.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So right about at this point, I would like you to demystify or take out the myths. Probably someone is considering, but they're not so sure. They have allowed the voice of the friend. They have allowed the doubt.
Oh.
Yes. So please
let us generalize on the myths.
Yes.
When you have this surgery done,
yes.
you're gonna get cancer.
Yeah.
It's a plus. When you have this surgery done, you reduce your chances of getting breast cancer.
Okay.
Ask me why. They're going in and removing this excess breast tissues and the skin, where these cancer cells have a tendency of thriving inside there.
Okay.
Oh, you're not going to breastfeed after the surgery. Who told you? There are women even who come after the surgery and they lactate more. Or when you go to the surgery, they remove your nipple and put it aside. The naysayers. The nipple is never removed. It is just reconstructed, and the sensitivity is even more heightened.
Okay.
Or when you go for this surgery, you might die. The only thing in this life I believe we are assured of is death.
Yes.
And I always tell people, take the leap of faith.
Yes.
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 Take the leap of faith.
Yes.
You never know. Tomorrow you can be walking here and you're bombed or you're knocked by a car.
Yeah.
So always take the leap of faith.
Take the leap of faith.
Yes.
After all, with each passing breath, we are slowly dying.
Thank
living
you.
and dying are the same side, I mean, different sides of the same coin.
Exactly. Yes.
So what other myths do you, or...
Stop telling women when they have big breasts they have had abortions.
Yes.
It's very, very, very heartbreaking.
Yes.
It's very demoralizing. When you see a woman, a young girl, you've known men early. How? What does that have to do with your hormonal imbalance that is causing gigantomastia?
I know.
People can be cruel, I tell you. Yes.
It's ignorance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can be cruel out there.
Yeah, so we our ignorance we pay with cruelty.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, how old is Gigantomastia? How old is the foundation?
My baby is 5 years old now.
Wow.
We crawled.
At least now you're walking.
Now we are walking.
You're trotting.
We are trotting.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are the plans? We're in 2021.
Yes.
So I want to see, borrowing your eyes, I want to see Gigantomastia in 2028.
2028?
Yes.
You'll be walking somewhere. and I'll make sure your neck turns. If it doesn't break, to see the hospital I have built.
Wow.
Specifically for Gigantomastia.
Okay.
And the branding, I want to make the branding so appealing that when you're landing in JKIA, you see there is Gigantomastia Foundation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is my dream.
Wow.
And somebody told me, if your dream doesn't shake you, then you're not dreaming.
Okay.
Am I right? Yes. If your dream does not shake you, you're not
Yes.
dreaming.
Okay.
Snap out of it.
Snap out of it.
Yes.
So we are going to have these hospitals all over Kenya, or
Just one big one.
Just one big one.
Just one big hospital.
Yes.
Yes.
So we can have people fly in, and if you're not within,
Come in. Let's check
Yes.
you out. Let's sort it. That is my biggest prayer.
Okay.
Yes.
And I believe, just as you have spoken, this I can already see it almost.
Yes.
So I'm imagining this is an international thing. I mean, even the Indians can fly to come and get
it can go
their
both ways.
surgery
Yes.
done here.
We don't have to keep on going to India.
Exactly.
You come and see what we have to offer as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So how long does it take to heal, to completely heal?
3 to 4 weeks. Only 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, and
Yes.
all the pain is gone?
The pain even goes the day after surgery.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's not as painful as people perceive. For
Okay.
it to
Why I
be.
ask that is because,
Yes.
you know, I had CS. So for me, the pain went on for some time. That's
Yes.
why I'm asking.
Yeah, so for breast reduction, patients even tell me the following day, I don't even feel like I had surgery.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I can even speak from experience. I remember my surgery was done. I woke up. The only thing when I woke up is I asked for socks. I was just feeling so cold. And I
Yes,
went back
after
to sleep.
surgery,
Yeah.
one usually feels very
Yes,
cold.
and I remember when I was walking to the loo, I was still slouching.
Okay.
So the nurse was like, hey,
Hey,
few, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, and imagine I could feel the lightness.
Wow.
And she asked me she told me, do you know how many kilos were removed? I told her, I don't know. 7.3 kilos.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Yes, I know that is
Oh,
a
wow.
lot.
Oh, yes.
That is a lot.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm.
So now, what was the hardest part in all of this?
In what?
The very hardest part through this journey, through
wow.
through battling the condition, the healing to where we are right now. What is like that one thing stands like, you know, almost like a flag for you?
The most difficult part for me,
Yes.
I'd say, was when I was going through my healing process.
The healing process.
Yes, and you know, the technique they used at the time, because my breasts were very big, was called a free nipple graft.
Okay.
And there's this one time I woke up and my breasts were really paining.
Okay.
And I was just throwing up consistently.
Okay.
And I was like, what's going on? So when I look at my breast, I can see there's pus, there's what. You know, you just go into a panic state. And I'll tell you, by that time, the only person I knew who had a breast reduction surgery was Queen Latifah.
Okay. Yeah, like, how am I supposed to reach her?
How am I supposed to reach her? I would say the most difficult thing is that I didn't have like a referral point. You see, or as much as my family was there for me, you know, there's even that support of somebody who's gone through it. What do I expect?
Yes, you know, they're not just giving you empty words.
And then exactly, because they've been in my shoes and
Yes.
they understand.
Yeah.
I think at that point is then I felt like some emptiness inside me. I mean, what do I expect? What's happening, you know?
With all the convoluted ideas of
So
what
you know,
people
you're
do.
like, oh, what's going on? So I was rushed to hospital. You have an infection, there's this, there's that, there's that. I think that was the most hardest bit. But I you know, I passed through the storm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And congratulations, by the way. That is such a battle. I think you just have to find strength for. Yeah.
It's okay.
So, my favorite question.
Yes.
Up until now, what is the one thing that you have unlearned in life?
Unlearned?
Yes.
That's a trick question.
It's not.
Unlearned. That's the one thing I have unlearned.
Yes.
Trust nobody but yourself.
Trust no one but yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are your best judge. You are your savior.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, because if you have a lot of expectations from human beings,
Yeah.
you always get disappointed.
You will be disappointed.
Yes.
You will be disappointed.
So I
Okay.
trusted myself to start the journey,
Yes.
push myself,
Yes.
and here I am today.
Yes.
Of course, there were mamas along the way. Why do you want to start? Why do you want to start a foundation? What if I listen to those voices?
I know.
I trusted myself.
Look at the over 100 lives that are touched.
Exactly.
All the resources that I've pulled together just to make sure one woman or one man feels okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
You spoke about counseling. You're a
Yes.
counselor.
I'm a counselor in the manner that when you come to my office,
Okay.
I'm not a qualified counselor.
Yeah.
but-
Certified.
certified, but given what I have gone through, I've been through your shoes.
Okay. Okay.
So when you speak your story, there's a lot that I can relate.
yes.
And like when you go to those people, I tell you who mama, and they're like, we wacha, kuna kitu kama hiyo. You leave. You see, the feel is different. Like if there are women who come to your office and they really break down.
Okay.
Because they've been holding it into them, inside themselves. They have not been having, an outlet.
Yes.
So when that happens, you don't expect me to start laughing at you.
No.
It's just to, just to give you the reassurance that it's
Yes.
going to be fine.
Yes.
I've done it, others have done it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You're just that soft spot they can land on.
Exactly.
Wow. Thank
I
you
have,
so
I have
much.
somebody who I work with, and she's always, you're too empathetic, you empathize too much.
I think empathy is a gift.
I know, not many people have it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Thank you. You are such an icon of bravery.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
And given that you're not old, you're just a young girl.
Yes. Thank you.
There's a lot we could learn from you.
True.
Yes. And of course, the journey doesn't end here.
It's getting better,
It's better and
when
better.
the rubber meets the road.
Yes. Yeah.
When the going gets tougher.
Yeah.
The tougher gets going.
Okay.
Yes.
Just maybe one last question before you give us your contact. Not just concerning Gigantomastia, but
Yes.
any other aching condition. So which is the most accessible healing to anyone who probably is not battling Gigantomastia, but
Yes.
any other condition,
But you
any
see-
other
yes,
sort
you
of
see,
pain?
in any other condition.
Yeah.
You see, even a condition like breast cancer.
Yeah.
You have to accept. There
Yeah.
has to be that acceptance.
Okay.
That I'm ailing from this.
Okay.
Even a woman who probably has fistula.
Yeah.
She has to accept that,
Accept.
the mental
Preparedness.
preparedness that I have this issue.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have this issue.
Yeah.
Then when you accept, there's a step of what next? I need to get help. After you get help, now you're in the right path.
Yeah.
There's a lot of denial. Even with Gigantomastia, there are many women who are like, I don't have that. There's that denial.
Yeah.
But once you accept something,
Yes.
you're like, okay, fine. This has come. This is it, and I need to accept I have it, and I have to face my worst fears.
Okay.
Yes.
So, in short, acceptance is the most accessible healing we have.
Exactly.
Wow.
Acceptance.
Wow.
Yes. Acceptance.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So, if anybody wants to reach you, how can they access you?
I have a Facebook page,
Yes.
Gigantomastia Foundation.
Okay.
Instagram,
Yeah.
and the number is 0786 406036.
Okay.
0786 406036.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So we are free to contact you
Yes.
whenever.
During working hours.
During
8 to
yeah,
5.
that's why I asked that
Yes,
question.
8 to 5. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Ruth.
Yes.
Totally appreciate you.
You're most
I
welcome.
totally celebrate your
Thank you.
courage, your
Thank you.
bravery.
Yes.
We need multiple Ruths so that can make life easier for others.
True.
And thank you for the lives that you've changed, the hundreds of women that you have, whose life through your courage are transformed.
True.
I cannot take that for granted.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And there we have it, guys. The most accessible healing to yourself is acceptance. Whatever pain, be it physical, be it internal, accept, and then it will be easier to move on. And like I always like to say, thank you so much for your support. It makes every important difference. And from the Wiser and Brave family, it is Namaste.